Leo, this August brings big news that has the power to change everything in your life, and the message is direct and uncompromising. The time for delays is over. This is your moment, your season, and the universe is aligning with precision to place you at the threshold of a transformation you have been feeling deep in your spirit. You are standing in a rare alignment where the sun, your ruling planet, is magnifying your confidence and courage, while the Lion's Gate August 8th portal opens wide to deliver opportunities you may have only envisioned until now. Picture yourself standing before a golden gateway, glowing with possibility, its doors opening in perfect synchronicity with your readiness to walk through. Behind you are the familiar patterns, the moments of hesitation, the times you convinced yourself to wait just a little longer. Ahead of you lies a vibrant new chapter, one charged with momentum, clarity, and a pull so magnetic that what you have been chasing may now begin to chase you. This is not a random moment, it is the culmination of divine timing and your own inner preparation finally meeting. Before we go deeper, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for your presence here. Every time you choose to show up in this space, every like, every comment, every share, and every subscription is more than simple engagement, it's an act of alignment with the life you are building. Your energy fuels this channel and allows these transformative messages to find their way to you at exactly the right time. Your willingness to be here is proof that you are already participating in your own breakthrough. This is why today's message matters so much. You may not yet realize how perfectly life has arranged itself to bring you here now, listening to words that carry the guidance you've been asking for. For some, this means finally letting go of indecision and stepping into the arena. For others, it is the recognition that the resources, skills, and connections you need have been with you all along. You simply needed to grant yourself permission to act. Either way, the moment for hesitation has passed. The universe is calling for your movement. Stay with me, because what follows will not only inspire you but will also show you exactly how to work with this rare cosmic energy. Together, we will explore how to release the habits and patterns that quietly drain your energy, how to amplify the qualities that make you magnetic, and how to open your life to opportunities that flow naturally toward you. You will see why this period is uniquely charged for Leo, how to channel it into real results, and how to walk with the confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. I invite you to make this more than just passive listening. Comment below to confirm your presence and your readiness. Share your birthday or simply write, "I'm ready," to declare to yourself, to this community, and to the universe that you are stepping into alignment. This is more than a reading, it is an activation of your next chapter. Stay with me until the very end, because what the universe is revealing right now is extraordinary, and it is meant for you in this exact moment. Leo, the energy of August is like the moment the sun rises over an ocean that has been restless all night. The waves may still be moving, the currents still shifting, but there is a light breaking through that changes everything. The sun is your ruler, and in this season, its placement charges your inner fire in a way that cannot be ignored. This is a cosmic ignition point, a moment where the currents of your life begin to align, not because the waters have gone still, but because you have decided to take the oars and move forward regardless of the conditions. Too often, we tell ourselves that we will act when things are calmer, when we feel ready, when the timing is perfect. But the truth is, perfection in timing is created through movement. The moment you choose to row in the churning sea, the waves begin to respond to you. This is the essence of the judgment energy present for you now. It is the trumpet sounding in the distance, calling you to rise, to awaken from the trance of hesitation. Judgment is not about punishment, it is about clarity. It asks you to look at your life without distortion, to see where you have been holding yourself in place out of habit or fear. Paired with the Eight of Swords, it becomes a powerful mirror. Those ropes around your arms and the blindfold over your eyes may feel real, but they are made of your own thoughts. They have no strength unless you choose to keep them in place. The Eight of Swords whispers that liberation is always within reach, and the only key needed is your decision to untie yourself. In astrology, the Sun's power in August combined with the Lion's Gate 8-8 portal forms an aperture of energy like the tide pulling back just before a great wave surges forward. You stand in that pull right now. The choice before you is whether to plant your feet in the sand and wait for another tide, or to leap into the swell and let it carry you somewhere new. The most dangerous illusion for a Leo at this time is the belief that waiting will make you stronger. In truth, movement is what strengthens you, and it is the act of beginning, no matter how imperfect, that aligns you with the opportunities trying to find you. Think of it in terms of your own inner economy of energy. Every day you postpone a decision, you spend a little more mental and emotional currency on holding the choice at bay. That currency could be used to fuel the very steps that would change your situation. In the law of attraction, hesitation is a signal to the universe that you are not ready to receive, and so the flow slows or even stalls. But the moment you take aligned action, even the smallest step, you shift your frequency. The universe reads that signal as readiness, and doors begin to open. This is why your ruling planet's fire is so important. Know it can burn through the fog of not yet, and illuminate the path that is already under your feet. You are being invited to see yourself as both the sailor and the wind, both the one steering and the force propelling forward. No external calm is required for you to begin. You create your own calm by deciding, by moving, by trusting that the skills you already hold are enough to navigate what comes. If there is a goal, a conversation, a creative project, or a personal change you have been holding in the waiting room of your mind, this is the week to bring it into the light. Even one small action can change the current. So I ask you, what have you been delaying for too long? Write it down. Name it. Then make a promise to yourself that you will take the first step today, not when the waters are still, not when you feel flawless, but now, while the tide is turning in your favor. The sea is ready. The sun is above you. All that remains is for you to place your hands on the oars and begin. Leo, this is the point in your journey where the focus shifts from simply moving forward to consciously shaping the energy you carry with you. You've heard it before, what you project is what you attract, but right now, under the amplified radiance of your ruling sun, that truth becomes undeniable. The cosmic spotlight is on you, illuminating both your brilliance and the subtle shadows that have been quietly influencing your path. These are the energy leaks that often go unnoticed, yet they can determine whether opportunity flows toward you with ease or slips by without anchoring in your life. The first shadow is those micro-habits that drain your vitality without you realizing it. The casual comparisons you make when scrolling, the mindless drifting through feeds, the promises to yourself or others that get left unfulfilled. Each of these is like a tiny crack in your container. They may seem harmless in the moment, but over time, they dissipate the very life force you need to manifest what you desire. Replacing them doesn't require drastic overhaul, it requires mindful substitution. Commit to 1% improvement each day, a single intentional choice that honors your energy instead of leaking it. Over a month, these small acts become the unseen architecture of a new life. The second shadow is scarcity vibration, the subtle undercurrent of acting out of fear that something will slip away if you don't grasp for it right now. When you operate from the belief that time is running out or that you must compete for what's meant for you, you create resistance. The universe responds not to the words you say, but to the frequency you hold. And scarcity vibrates as not ready. Shifting to abundance is a conscious act. Begin by declaring that what belongs to you is already making its way toward you, and your role is simply to remain open, prepared, and receptive. The magnetic pull you create from that state is far stronger than anything you can force. The third shadow is the "I already know" mindset. Your Leo mind is sharp, capable, and filled with a natural authority that others often look to. But true magnetism doesn't come from knowing everything, it comes from the humility to keep learning, even when you're certain of your ground. When you soften your stance, you invite new possibilities, connections, and insights that a rigid posture would block. Humility is not diminishing your light, it is polishing it so that it can be seen without distortion. This is where the archetypes of the magician and the empress weave into your story. The magician holds the tools and the will to create, while the empress embodies the art of receiving without chasing. Together, they show you the dance between active creation and magnetic attraction. For you, this means using your gifts intentionally, speaking your vision, taking aligned action while also allowing space for the universe to deliver in ways you might not expect. You don't need to chase the spotlight when you are the stage itself. Visualize yourself as that golden lit stage, the kind that draws eyes without demanding them. You are standing there, steady, radiant, and unafraid to be fully seen. Opportunities are not elusive guests. They are drawn to the warmth and clarity of your presence. They walk toward you because they recognize themselves in your light. The more you clear the shadows, the stronger that light becomes. So I ask you now, what is one old habit, one subtle shadow, that you are ready to release this month? Name it. Speak it aloud. Declare it in the comments, not just as a response, but as a vow to yourself. In doing so, you send a signal to this community, to your own spirit, and to the universe that you are no longer bound by the old script. You are rewriting it, and the next act begins now. Leo, the pace of your life is about to shift in a way that feels like the wind's suddenly changing direction, swift, undeniable, and full of possibility. The energy surrounding you now is much like the Eight of Wands, a card that speaks of acceleration, of things falling into place faster than you can overthink them. Combined with the Page of Wands, this movement isn't just about speed, it's about a spark, a message, an opening that carries the excitement of new territory. It's the universe leaning in and saying, "Are you ready?" Because this is happening now. There is a celebratory energy to this moment, reflected in the Three of Cups, reminding you that joy, connection, and shared victories are part of this next chapter. And with the Ace of Pentacles appearing alongside them, it is clear that this is not just about emotional fulfillment, it's about tangible, real-world blessings. A new job, a project that finally gains traction, an unexpected source of income, or even news about family or property that changes your foundation. I want you to imagine it as if a golden envelope has been delivered directly into your hands. The seal is warm, the paper carries the weight of something important, and when you break it open, you realize it's not just news, it's the very turning point you've been anticipating. Sometimes these moments arrive in ways that feel almost ordinary: a phone call, an email, a casual conversation. But the way they land in your life carries the unmistakable weight of destiny. This is why being prepared matters so much. Opportunity rarely waits for us to clear our schedules or calm our fears. When it knocks, it's looking for a door that opens immediately, not one that asks for more time to tidy the room. In numerology, the numbers 1, 3, 8, and 13, along with the repeating sequence 2:2, hold special resonance now. 1 speaks to new beginnings and self-leadership. 3 is about creative expansion, joyful expression, and the connections that bring fresh ideas to life. 8 carries the vibration of material mastery, abundance, and the strength to hold what you've worked for. 13, often misunderstood, is the number of transformation, closing one cycle so another can begin stronger and clearer. The repetition of 2:2 calls you back to balance, harmony, and the reminder that progress is not made in isolation. You are supported. The path is co-created. Even the colors that align with this energy are speaking to you. Gold draws wealth, recognition, and a sense of purpose fulfilled. Amber ignites creativity, curiosity, and forward momentum. Deep wine red calls forth authority, confidence, and the magnetic pull of someone who knows their own worth. Surrounding yourself with these shades, whether in clothing, workspace, or the objects you keep close, can serve as a subtle but constant reminder to stay in resonance with what you're calling in. This is where self-help meets self-readiness. You cannot control when the golden envelope arrives, but you can control how ready you are to open it and act. Ask yourself if you've been preparing for the very thing you say you want, or if you've been secretly stalling, waiting to feel more ready. The truth is, readiness is not a feeling, it's a decision. Have the plan, have the mindset, have the openness in place so that when the moment appears, you step in without hesitation. So let me ask you directly, if the good news you've been waiting for arrived tomorrow, would you be ready to receive it, not just emotionally, but practically? Would you have the space in your schedule, the clarity in your intention, the courage to say yes without asking for more time? This is the moment to get yourself there, because the winds have already shifted, and the tide is carrying you towards something that has the power to redefine the rest of your year. Leo, this chapter of your journey is not one you are meant to walk alone. The energy of the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant comes forward here, representing wisdom, clarity, and guidance that arrives in the form of a mentor, an intelligent partner, or even a figure from your past who returns at exactly the right time. This is the person who carries the key phrase you've been searching for, the insight, connection, or opportunity that unlocks the next step in your path. Sometimes, they appear in the most unexpected ways: a conversation over coffee, an email you didn't anticipate, or a chance meeting that feels like it was arranged by something far bigger than coincidence. The key here is to recognize them when they arrive and be open to receiving what they offer, even if it challenges your current perspective. In your professional and financial world, this is not the season to wait for the perfect timing or the so-called golden hour. The universe doesn't always deliver in neatly packaged windows. It tests your readiness by sending opportunities when you least expect them. Take the initiative. Send the proposal. Ask for the feedback. Put your idea into motion. Each step you take creates a ripple that the right people, including your potential allies and mentors, can feel and respond to. And if fear whispers that you should wait until you're more ready, remember that readiness is often created by the very act of stepping forward. When it comes to family and close connections, the Five of Swords appears here not as a warning of conflict, but as an invitation to clean your energetic environment. Some bonds are like tangled cords, they drain your energy not out of malice, but because they are knotted with misunderstandings, mismatched values, or old emotional residue. In this season, it is vital to step away from dynamics that keep you spinning in circles. Do it with grace and without closing your heart. Release with love, knowing that every time you create space, you make room for relationships that are more aligned with who you are becoming. In love and partnership, there is a subtle but important message. The energy now supports reconciliation and collaboration, but only if both sides are willing to operate in truth and consistency. If you are navigating a relationship that has weathered mistrust or distance, this is a time to come back to the table with open hands, ready to rebuild on solid ground. Words alone are not enough, actions must mirror the commitment. And if you are single, the same principle applies. Bring your authentic self into every connection, and let your natural energy filter out what is not right for you. Here, the Queen and King of Wands archetypes merge with your Leo essence. This is the embodiment of living unapologetically in your colors, your truth, your unique expression. Your light doesn't just illuminate your path, it serves as a beacon for those who are meant to walk alongside you. The right allies, partners, and opportunities are drawn not to a version of you shaped by others' expectations, but to the you who is fully alive, magnetic, and unapologetic. Think for a moment about the people who have shaped your journey so far. Who was there at a turning point to guide, challenge, or inspire you? Who offered a perspective that shifted everything? Share their impact. Tell their story. And perhaps, as you reflect, you will recognize that you are also someone else's turning point, that your presence, your guidance, and your courage to live authentically could be the key phrase in another person's journey. In the end, relationships are not just connections, they are the bridges we build toward the life we are destined to live. When the path ahead is illuminated with possibility, it's not enough to simply feel inspired, you must anchor that inspiration into action. The energy you're working with now is magnetic, but magnetism is most powerful when paired with deliberate steps. That's why the framework of 6 daily practices becomes so essential. First, the act of clarifying your intention in 8 simple lines is not just about writing words, it is a declaration to yourself and the universe of what you are choosing to create. Clarity is the first signal of readiness, and when you put it in writing, you shift from vague hope into focused alignment. The 88 breaths ritual is next, not a random number, but one chosen to synchronize with the vibrational energy of August's Lion's Gate and the number of infinity doubled. As you inhale, hold, and exhale in that rhythm, you steady your mind, regulate your nervous system, and create a space where your frequency can rise to match the outcomes you desire. Then comes the 20-minute leverage action each day, a small but intentional step that compounds into remarkable change. It could be reaching out to a contact, organizing part of a project, or learning a skill that supports your larger vision. These focused bursts of action tell the universe you are not just waiting, you are actively preparing. The 4th step is the art of setting energy boundaries, which is less about keeping people out and more about keeping your focus in. That might mean silencing notifications during your peak creative hours or gracefully declining commitments that pull you away from your priorities. The 5th step is to replace habits that leak energy with ones that replenish it. Every time you swap an unconscious action for a conscious one, you reinforce your ability to attract instead of chase. Finally, the act of acknowledging and celebrating small wins completes the cycle. This is not about ego, but about signaling gratitude and confidence, 2 states that draw in more of what you seek. When you are in sync with the current of your life, signs begin to appear like breadcrumbs leading you forward. You might reconnect with someone whose clarity and directness help you see your next step more clearly. Certain repeating numbers 2 verse 2 for balance and harmony, 1:3 for creative alignment, 8:8 for abundance may start appearing on clocks, receipts, or in addresses, confirming you're moving in the right direction. You may feel an urge to clear out your environment, your home, your schedule, your social circle, not out of restlessness, but because your soul knows it must make space for the Ace of Pentacles, that seed of new opportunity waiting to be planted. And while this work is largely energetic, your physical vessel must be prepared to hold and sustain it. Supporting your health becomes an act of spiritual alignment. Deep, conscious breathing reduces stress and creates clarity. Adding vitamin D and omega-3 nourishes your body at a cellular level, helping your mind stay sharp and your mood stable. Gentle morning movement, even just 15 to 20 minutes, signals to your body that it is safe, strong, and ready to receive. And the colors and nutrients of your food matter more than you think. Incorporating golden and amber foods, pumpkin, oranges, turmeric can harmonize with the vibrational palette of this season, amplifying the work you are doing on every level. These steps are not rigid rules but living practices. They create a rhythm between your inner and outer world, allowing what you want to flow toward you instead of away from you. And the beauty is, as you commit to them, you begin to notice that opportunities no longer slip through your fingers. They meet you exactly where you are, because you have become a match for them. This is how you move from hoping to having, from chasing to attracting, from waiting to living fully in the stream of your own alignment. Leo, as we come to the close of this message, I want you to carry with you the certainty that this season is calling for more than just awareness, it's calling for action. The time for delays is over. You've spent enough energy waiting for the perfect moment, and the truth is, the perfect moment is the one you create by moving forward now. Every hesitation, every maybe later, keeps you tethered to the version of yourself that knows the plan but never fully steps into it. This is the time to free yourself from that cycle, to stop viewing circumstances as walls, and to start seeing them as doors waiting to be opened by your choice to act. You are not a victim of the tides, you are the one who decides when to set sail. Whatever limitations have been circling in your mind, ask yourself honestly, are they truly unmovable, or are they the product of stories you've outgrown? When you step out of the role of the one waiting to be rescued and into the role of the one steering the ship, you shift the entire current of your life. That's when the universe stops testing your readiness and starts delivering on the things you've been aligning for. This month is not about chasing what you want, it's about standing so firmly in your truth and your light that what's meant for you can't help but find you. The energy of August, especially for you, is a beacon. Opportunities, people, and resources are already in motion toward you, but they can only land if you are standing in your power, clear, open, and ready to receive. Think of it like a lighthouse. It does not run down the shore to catch passing ships. It stands, lit from within, and draws them safely in. And in this process, be open to the presence of someone significant, an ally, mentor, or partner who will enter your path to support and accelerate your progress. They may arrive with guidance, with a key connection, or with the exact perspective you didn't know you needed. But you will only recognize them if you are willing to see yourself as worthy of their help and ready to walk through the doors they open. Remember, your truest strength as a Leo comes from being both confident and authentic. When you show up as yourself, without dimming your light or reshaping your colors to fit someone else's expectations, you become magnetic to exactly the right situations. That is your brand, your signature energy, your own sunlight. And it is that light, not the approval of others, that will carry you into the breakthroughs waiting for you now. It is not the time to wait for calm seas, it is the time to row. When you move, the universe clears the way. When you speak your intention, opportunities start listening. When you act, even in small ways, you become the match to the life you've been envisioning. So I encourage you to look at your next step, however small, and take it today. I hope you meet August with a heart on fire, steady hands on the oars, and eyes that are unafraid of your own light. And now I want to hear from you. What is the first step you will take after hearing this? Share it below. Let me know you're here, you're ready, and you're stepping in. If this message resonates, comment with "I'm ready" and a lion, like this video, and subscribe to Eternal Mindfulness so you never miss the guidance meant for you. Because this is your moment, and the road ahead is already opening. You just need to take it.